Karen's scream sliced through the cul-de-sac like a fire alarm. "You can't park that eyesore here," she shrieked, jabbing a manicured finger at Marcus's SUV, its glossy black finish gleaming under the noon sun. The vehicle sat legally parked in front of his own house, but Karen, self-appointed neighborhood watchdog, had already called the tow truck. Her blonde bob swayed as she stormed toward the driver, clipboard in hand, oblivious to the man stepping out of the SUV. Marcus, tall and composed in a tailored blazer, raised an eyebrow but said nothing. Karen's crusade began weeks ago when Marcus moved in. His arrival knew money, new face-rattled her. She'd spent years terrorizing the HOA with petty complaints, too tall grass, unapproved mailboxes, kids' bikes left out. But Marcus? He was different. His house was pristine, his lawn manicured, yet Karen sniffed out a target. "He doesn't belong," she'd hissed at book club, her wineglass trembling. The SUV, parked overnight, was her chance to strike. She'd called the tow company, claiming it was abandoned, and now the truck's hook was locked onto Marcus's car. "You're making a mistake," Marcus said, his voice low, almost amused. Karen spun, eyes blazing. "Mistake? This is my neighborhood. You don't get to break rules." The tow truck driver, a burly guy named Joe, hesitated, glancing between them. Neighbors peeked from windows, sensing a showdown. Karen's chest heaved as she waved her phone, HOA bylaws on screen. "See? Overnight parking's banned," she snapped. Marcus tilted his head. "Is it?" The question was a spark, but Karen didn't notice the fuse it lit. The tow truck lurched forward, scraping Marcus's bumper. A collective gasp rippled through the crowd. Karen smirked, mistaking the sound for approval. "Get it out of here," she barked. Joe winced, but revved the engine. Marcus stepped closer, his calm unnerving. "You might want to check the HOA records before you do this," he said. Karen scoffed, tossing her hair. "I am the records. I've been on the board since '05. Her voice cracked with triumph, but Marcus's smile widened, sharp and knowing. The crowd grew. Phones were out, live streaming. Karen, emboldened, shoved the clipboard at Joe. "Do your job," she yelled. The truck jolted again, yanking the SUV's front wheels up. A side mirror snapped off, clattering to the asphalt. Karen's laugh was shrill, her victory close. But Marcus pulled out a folded paper from his jacket. "This is the updated HOA charter," he said, loud enough for the crowd. "Overnight parking rules were repealed last month. By me, Marcus Washington, HOA president." The street went silent. Karen's face froze, mouth half open. Joe cut the engine. A neighbor coughed. Marcus continued, his voice cutting like a blade. "You've been removed from the board, Karen, for harassment complaints." He nodded toward the crowd, where nods and murmurs spread. Karen's eyes darted, searching for allies, finding none. Her clipboard slipped, papers scattering like confetti. "You're lying," she stammered, but her voice was thin now, a whine. Karen lunged for the charter, snatching it from Marcus's hand. She scanned it, her hands shaking. Her name was gone. Marcus's was their president, elected unanimously. The crowd, her audience shifted. "She towed my car last year," one neighbor shouted. "She fined me for birdseed," another yelled. Karen's reign was crumbling, and she felt it. "This is a setup," she screamed, tearing the charter. But the crowd closed in, phones still rolling. Joe, shaking his head, unhooked the SUV, muttering apologies to Marcus. Marcus stepped back, letting the mob take over. Karen's protests drowned in a chorus of accusations. She'd ruled by fear, and now fear turned on her. A woman in curlers waved a fine notice. "You cost me hundreds." A teen held up a confiscated skateboard. Karen backed toward her house, eyes wild, her power shattered. Marcus watched, silent, his SUV scratched but free. He picked up the torn charter, folding it neatly. That night, Karen's house went up for sale. The sign appeared before dawn, her car gone by sunrise. The neighborhood buzzed with relief, some guilt. Marcus hosted a block party the next week, his SUV parked proudly out front. Laughter filled the air, but his eyes lingered on Karen's empty driveway. "Power's only borrowed," he said to a neighbor, voice soft. "Use it wrong, it bites back." The crowd nodded, but no one spoke her name. Karen's lesson was etched in the street, a warning in asphalt and scars.